Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The latest episode of WWE Raw, after WrestleMania 41, has turned out to be as interesting as fans saw multiple big moments under T-Mobile Arena's roof. From Randy Orton putting an RKO on John Cena to Becky Lynch turning heel after losing the Women's Tag Team Championship in less than 24 hours, and Gunther losing his calm on Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. General Manager Adam Pearce has assured Cole that he will take the required measures for the ring general's action. Gunther came down the ramp and confronted Michael Cole. The 56-year-old legendary commentator tried to explain to the ring general that he did not hold any grudges against him and was doing his job. However, the former heavyweight champion shoved Cole and put a sleeper choke on him. Pat McAfee intervened and attacked as soon as the 37-year-old star turned around. Gunther put the sleeper chokehold on McAfee. Adam Pearce, alongside security and officials, had to rush in to separate the ring general. The former professional football punter was assisted out of the T-Mobile Arena after getting visibly flustered. In a shocking turn of events, Adam Pearce could suspend Gunther and impose a huge fine on him for attacking Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. However, the ring general could deny, turning himself into a bigger heel superstar. That said, the angle proposed above is hypothetical, and nothing has been confirmed. While WWE has not addressed the former heavyweight champion taking Pat McAfee out on the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, experts and pundits have started to decode it and have presented two potential reasons. First, the Stamford-based promotion might have plans to use McAfee in the ring. The two could start a feud post-Mania and lock horns at Backlash 2025. Second, WWE has written Pat McAfee off television. He could have been back solely for WrestleMania season. Now he would return for another big event after a hiatus, maybe near SummerSlam 2025. However, nothing has been confirmed. It will be interesting to see what action Adam Pearce will take against Gunther. The WWE Universe is still reeling from the shocking events of Raw after WrestleMania 41, and it appears that consequences are now looming over one of the most dominant superstars in modern WWE history. Gunther, the former Intercontinental Champion, may soon be facing a serious suspension following his actions on the chaotic post-WrestleMania episode of Raw. A night that turned explosive when emotions boiled over and careers were potentially altered forever. In what should have been a celebration of new beginnings and WrestleMania fallout, Gunther's fury turned Raw into a war zone, targeting multiple officials and superstars in a brutal rampage that left fans stunned and WWE officials questioning how far is too far, even for someone with Gunther's legendary resume. According to sources within WWE, Adam Pearce, WWE's on-screen authority figure and key decision-maker, has been in intense meetings throughout the week, reportedly pushing for disciplinary action. Pearce was said to be furious after witnessing the carnage unfold and has not ruled out a possible indefinite suspension for Gunther. This would be a historic move, especially considering Gunther's reputation as a workhorse and Ironman, rarely missing an event and consistently delivering top-tier performances since his debut. But what exactly did Gunther do that warrants such a dramatic response from WWE management? It all began when Gunther, still seething from losing the Intercontinental Championship to Ilja Dragunov at WrestleMania 41 in a brutal instant classic, made his way to the ring without being scheduled for a segment. His expression was cold, his aura dangerous. With no music, no pyro, and no introduction, Gunther hijacked the show and demanded a microphone. What followed was a scathing tirade against WWE officials, fans, and even fellow superstars. He accused WWE of sabotaging his reign, of giving Dragunov an unfair advantage, and of disrespecting the legacy he built as the longest-reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. But the words were only the beginning. When backstage producer Sean Daivari attempted to get Gunther to leave the ring and follow protocol, Gunther turned violent, shoving Daivari to the mat before delivering a thunderous boot that sent him crashing into the barricade. That was the spark. The chaos escalated as Gunther stormed backstage, tearing apart equipment, attacking two referees who tried to calm him, and ultimately confronting Adam Pearce himself in a heated face-to-face moment that was caught on camera and has since gone viral. Pearce stood his ground, ordering Gunther to leave the arena. But Gunther wasn't done. In a moment of raw emotion, Gunther grabbed Pearce by the collar, shouting something inaudible to the production microphones before finally being restrained by security. That image, Gunther manhandling WWE's top authority on Raw, sent a shockwave through the company. Fans are now wondering whether Gunther crossed a line that even he can't chop his way out of. And that brings us to now. As WrestleMania fallout continues, Adam Pearce has reportedly been in contact with WWE higher-ups to discuss disciplinary actions. While nothing official has been announced as of this writing, backstage speculation is swirling that a suspension is imminent, and it could be announced as early as this week's SmackDown or next Monday's Raw. The length of the potential suspension is also a point of debate. Some insiders believe Pearce is pushing for a full 30-day ban, while others speculate it could be indefinite, especially if Gunther refuses to apologize or comply with WWE protocols. But what does a Gunther suspension really mean for WWE moving forward? The possible absence of Gunther from WWE programming could send ripple effects throughout the roster. With Dragunov now carrying the Intercontinental Championship, many expected a rematch or even a trilogy of matches between the two hard-hitting rivals. But a suspension may put those plans on hold or derail them altogether. Dragunov himself has remained silent on the situation, but a recent cryptic tweet featuring the words "respect is earned, control your rage," has fans speculating whether he's addressed the issue in his own cryptic way. Additionally, Gunther's Imperium stablemates, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, find themselves in a precarious position. Without their general, what becomes of Imperium? Will Kaiser attempt to hold the group together? Will Vinci take the opportunity to break away and forge his own path? Or could we see new leadership emerge in Imperium altogether? There's also a deeper concern among WWE producers and creatives. Has Gunther's intensity, the same one that made him a legend in NXT UK and a dominating force on the main roster, now made him unmanageable? In interviews over the past year, many veterans, including Booker T and Kevin Nash, have praised Gunther for his authenticity, work ethic, and commitment to the craft. But they've also noted his intense backstage demeanor, calling him a throwback to the territory days. With the backstage culture of WWE shifting towards structure, collaboration, and professionalism, the company may now have to weigh whether Gunther's outburst is a one-time explosion or a signal of deeper unrest. Of course, there are those who believe this is all a calculated play, part of an evolving character arc that could reshape Gunther into a darker, more dangerous version of himself. If that's the case, a suspension storyline could give Gunther time to return with renewed vengeance, perhaps even targeting Pearce again or becoming an outlaw force on both Raw and SmackDown. Imagine a returning Gunther who doesn't wait for booking, doesn't respect management, and launches ambushes week after week until he's reinstated. Such an angle could redefine Gunther's legacy and turn him into the most unpredictable force in WWE today. But WWE must also consider the message this sends to the locker room. Adam Pearce, now positioned as the face of authority, has a tightrope to walk. If he doesn't suspend Gunther, he risks losing credibility. If he does, he risks angering fans who admire Gunther's intensity and feel he's being punished for bringing edge and realism to WWE's product. There's no easy path forward, but one thing is clear: whatever decision Pearce makes, it will shape WWE's landscape for months to come. In the end, Gunther's actions on Raw after WrestleMania 41 have left WWE at a crossroads. Suspend him, and you risk stalling momentum. Let it slide, and you risk losing control. Either way, Gunther has once again become the center of conversation, not for what he won at WrestleMania, but for what he's now lost: control, discipline, and perhaps his place in WWE's carefully ordered universe. This is not just fallout, it's a firestorm, and Adam Pearce holds the extinguisher. Thanks for watching this video. And please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.